Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1998 Arizona Diamondbacks Revisionist History. Today we continue to add baseball cards to Baseball Mogul. We are in the midst of a interleague series with the Seattle Mariners, and when we're done with the Mariners we have to play the Anaheim Angels. So what we need to do is get the cards added for all the players who are on the Major League roster. We're going to start with the batters, and then we'll, of course, go to the pitchers. And if we can accomplish that much today, then I'll feel pretty good about that. All of the players who are in the minor league system, I'll just do that on my own time. But I want to have at least the Major League players prepped and ready to go when we get to this series, which is coming up in a couple of more games. So we're looking at the lineup as we move it over here. You'll see we just go right down the lineup. Oh, in fact, this is with the DH because it's an American League team. So Tim Salmon batting leadoff for the Anaheim Angels. That seems weird. I've already went ahead and searched for Tim Salmon. We can get right into it here. I always try to look for the Bowman brand cards. So there's the Tim Salmon Bowman card. We will add him. We do 10 or less characters. There we go. Since this is the first one we're adding today, this might take an extra moment, but then it moves along pretty quickly. Tim Salmon, I think, if I recall correctly, I believe Mike Trout just passed Tim Salmon, was it last year or this year, for the Angels' all-time home run leader. There we go, and there's a card added, just like that. Move into the next guy. It is Roberto Alomar. So he came over in a trade earlier this season with Baltimore, and he's hitting the exact same. That's crazy. 1 home run, 12 RBI. So he has not really helped out. And of course, we'd already added his card, so we don't need to worry about that. Here's Jim Edmonds. Let's go ahead and type in Jim Edmonds' name. He's not like he and his wife were on the Real Housewives or something like that, right? I've never watched that show, but I hear she's kind of a trip. And then, did he get caught cheating on her or something to that effect? I don't know. There was something about Jim Edmonds a couple of years ago. Here we go. There's the Bowman card. We'll add him. I know that he played with the Angels for quite a while, but he'll always be a Cardinals player to me. That is 7, 8, 9, 10. That's perfect. So there's Jim Edmonds. And we'll go ahead and add that. I don't like these videos to run any more than like 45 minutes. I've already done a 45-minute video earlier today. We played a game, and then after the game was the amateur draft. So, because of the draft, it's a prolonged video. And, I don't want to monopolize too much of your time. I got nothing going on tonight, so this is easy for me. But I know you guys have to do in some cases. And Todd Green does have a Bowman card from 1998. Catcher. Terrible arm. Look at that, 68 rated arm. League average in any stat is 80. An 80 rating. So he's not particularly good. Or so the game thinks. Okay, we'll add Todd Green. I feel like we're off to a good start here. I'd like to keep it moving along. Unless I don't. Sometimes I like to look up player stats, especially like Schlubs that I don't remember. He's from Augusta, Georgia. Like well, Phil Nevin is not a schlub. I remember him very well from his days with the Tigers. And then his son, of course, played for the Padres on the Tigers as well. Phil Nevin. He was a big-time prospect. He just didn't have anywhere to play. He was a catcher when he came up with the Tigers, and he was not very good at it. And so, well, we've only got... Oh, okay, we can do this card. I think I prefer that. Yeah, he just did not have a position. He was terrible defensively, and ended up having to be a DH. And it shows here in the game that he's primarily a third baseman, but I think that's a stretch. From Fullerton, California. The Tigers during that era, they really did make an effort. They just, I don't know, everybody that they invested in did not benefit them like they thought it would. Remember Dean Palmer and Rob Deere. Those guys just could not really get it together. Garrett Anderson, super great ball player. We don't have a Bowman for him, so we'll use the Circa Thunder. These are my second favorite option. Anderson, and that is GA for Garrett. And then we'll add Garrett. Borderline Hall of Famer. I mean, not quite there. Hall of Very Good, I suppose. Anderson and GA. There we go. Moving along. Greg Jeffries. Oh, no. I've said this many times, but Greg Jeffries was such a huge prospect, and his rookie cards were what everybody wanted back in the day. I guess that would have been like 86, 87, 88. And yeah, those cards are worthless. But he had a reasonably decent career. And then he came to Detroit, and that was it. He played 1 year for Detroit and retired. And that was the thing. We kept getting players at the end of their, like they weren't spending any money. They were just getting these end of the career seasons from players, and they amounted to nothing. All right. Burlingame, California. Jefferies. And then there was like that one player whose last name was Jeffries, but it was spelled Jeffires. Here's Troy Neal, one-time big-time prospect. On this game, he hadn't played in real life since 1994. And Baseball Mogul feels like he's got to be in there. I bet you he does not have a 1998 card. We may have to go back in time to dig one up, which is always a little bit of a pain, and it slows it down. Yeah, no product you see there. So let's try 97. Nope. Oh, 7. Okay, well. Oh, he was in Japan. That's why. I guess I did not know that. Troy Neal went to Japan. Okay, so we did, but no cards available. What about 96? 4 cards. Japan, but nothing. All right, so we go to 95. I mean, for what I do with adding these cards, here we go, 28 cards. Japan, Japan, Japan. And then also regular Major League cards. While those, like these cards, these Flair are terrible. Is there a Topps? score. Stadium Club is always good. We could go with that. Or good old-fashioned Tops. Gosh, I don't really like those cards. Let's go with the Stadium Club. That's fancy. This is the members only parallel. 25 cents. They were so mass produced during this era, even though they're such a high quality card. There's just a billion of them out there, right? You're never going to make any money off Stadium Club. That's fine. Freeport, Texas. I've been to Freeport. They got crushed when that hurricane came through there. Hurricane Harvey. I know I was living in Houston when that happened. I don't know if I ever told that story before, but it was maybe the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Thank goodness it didn't affect me. I was north of Buffalo Bayou, so I had a slightly higher elevation, and so the water did not get into the townhouse I was living in. Fausto Cruz does not have a card, so we're going to reverse it. You played for Detroit in '96. Got a little bit of at-bats. Fausto. Oh, yeah, you had one right there. Nice. So, yeah, that first night of the storm, well, we didn't lose electricity, didn't lose air conditioning, didn't lose TV. But the dumbest thing I ever did, I guess I will tell this story. I lived in Miami and Florida total, for maybe 3 or 4 years. And the entire time that I lived in Florida, specifically Miami, they would always threaten hurricanes. And then nothing would ever happen. And so everyone would panic, and you'd go get your supplies, and then nothing happened. So when I got to Houston, I didn't realize that Houston was also a territory where the hurricanes would hit. I just didn't know that, really. And so when they started to tell us about the hurricane, they were telling us to shelter in place and to go get supplies. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm always get burned with it. So I didn't go get gas. I didn't go get food. I didn't go get water. I didn't do anything. I just was going to ride it out. Or I figured nothing would even happen. And then by the third day of constant rain, I was eating pickles and mayonnaise. That's all I had left in the house. So I was just a lesson learned there. So when the rain finally subsided, I walked outside. I lived down the road from an IKEA, and so it's a pretty popular street. I hadn't been outside in 3 days, and there were cars everywhere in the road, just abandoned, apocalyptic level. It was so crazy to see it. And so I'm like, well, I need to find food. I live right next door to a Kroger, actually. Kroger, of course, was closed, which was smart. And I ended up taking a walk down to this gas station. And coincidentally, the guy was just walking in to open it up. And I'm like, do you want me to wait? He's like, no, just come on in. So we walked in simultaneously, and the whole roof had caved in this gas station. And I had nothing better to do, and I'm like, well, I was going to, he asked me what I was doing there. I wanted to get some food. He's like, if you help me clean up, I will give you whatever food you want. That was still edible anyway. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I spent the whole day cleaning up the debris from the roof that had caved in. It didn't actually occur to me that maybe the roof wasn't done caving in, but so I helped that guy. And then I ate potato chips for 3 or 4 more days. I was like a teenager, just eating terrible food for the next 4 or 5 days until They started getting the roads back open. And I was driving for Uber. This is like very early Uber times, and they had turned the whole platform off. So I knew that I would, I shouldn't be out there on the roads until they turn it back on. And so they turned it back on. I turned the app on to go drive, and surprised to find that there were people that were out there needing rides, and half the damn roads were closed. I mean, they were underwater. Like the Omni Hotel was underwater, the police station downtown, the Opera House. Everything was, it was just absolute devastation. So, yeah, it was just, the worst thing I'd ever seen. You could walk down to the bayou, to Buffalo Bayou, which is just a little brook running. It's like you could step in it and it would be up to your ankle. And it was a full river with cars floating by and like major debris. Yeah, it was just, you get the picture. It was just crazy. Jeff DeVan, and I guess we just need to see if we can find one for him. Yeah, I'd never seen anything like that. Everything smelled like sewage. All the sewage had backed up. So, but like I said, I was totally fine. So, I just got lucky. So, and at the same time, there were three things happening. That was the year 2017 that the Houston Astros won the World Series. That's the year I was living there, or lived there for 3 years. But it happened while I was living there. So the Astros were in the Super Bowl. The Texans had just drafted what's his name, Deshaun Watson. And remember, he got injured. He tore his knee up. And so the front page of the Houston Chronicle, it wasn't the World Series. It wasn't the Hurricane. It was Deshaun Watson and his injury. That made the front page news. Did I mess that up? How did I mess that up? Oh, I missed the F. Yeah. So that's how much football means more than, that World Series meant everything to them. Of course, it was tainted, in my mind. Tom Nevers. I've never heard of this guy before. Nevers. Yeah, so 31 cards. Starting way back in 1990. Oh, he's got one. There's a Bowman rookie card, 91. All kinds of 91 options. So he got drafted. They made cards for him. He must have been a high draft pick to get cards made without even making it to the majors. There's 93, 94. Is that the last year? Yeah. So I guess we go with the 94 Jackson Generals. We'll look him up. I'm curious. He must have been a very high draft pick for them to even bother giving him a card before making it to the Major League roster. When I lived in Houston, I ran I worked at a Ross department store as a receiving manager. Tom Nevers, right? And let's click on him and see if we can't find out more about him. I'm curious. Shortstop. And it was right across the street from Energy Stadium, the football stadium. And I hated that job. Oh, yeah, first round pick, 21st overall. So that's exactly what happened. 47th prospected by Baseball America. So what happened to this guy? Houston, Milwaukee. Okay batting average. Cincinnati. And he was done by the age of 30. He just never made it. Minnesota in there too. Anaheim. Oh, that's why. Anaheim 1998. He was on the team. Okay. Well, we learned everything we need to know about Tom Nevers. So I worked right across the street from the football stadium. And, Beyonce, here's Tony Gwynn. He's already got a card. Not even a bench, not even in the lineup. And Darren. And so this is the AAA. We're going to go right over to pitchers, and I'll continue to do the rest of the minor league system on my own. So yeah, if you know anything about Houston, or you'll know that Beyonce is from Houston, and she's always doing concerts there every year, whether she's got a new album out or not. And so Beyonce was going to play at Energy Stadium, and the weekend of that, I mean, just it felt like nonstop hundreds of thousands of women coming into my store and buying dresses for that concert. That it just got destroyed. My store was just totally destroyed. Oh, we got to type in 1998. Sorry. I'll always remember that because I felt like we were cleaning up that store forever. Only 10 cards for blackjack in 98. Was he injured? Was he done? Score had a card. Upper Deck. We'll go with the Upper Deck. Yeah, he was on the Angels. That's interesting. McDowell. That is 4, 8, 9, 10. And, sorry, we got to open that up. There he is. He was only 32 years old. Was he just injured at that point, I'm guessing? All right. Van Nuys. What was his band called? Because he played guitar in some band. Can't remember. Oh, I didn't add it. Damn it. Gotta get my head in the game. There we go. Now it'll be updated. It won't. It may not show it here, but it will update. That's his rookie card, his rated rookie. Worth nothing. Look at that, back-to-back 20-win seasons before the strike year. And then he had one good year with the Yankees. And that was it. All right. Chuck Finley. We could talk about Chuck Finley all day. Married to Tawny Katane from the Whitesnake video, dancing on the car. And then she went cuckoo and beat him up, and I can't remember what else happened in that. I'm sure you could look that up, but she got arrested. That was big news fodder back in the day. Oh, he's got a Bowman. There he is. Let's see. Chuck Finley. Yep. Just swap it out. From Louisiana. I wonder where Tawny Katane was from. Wonder how much her rookie card is worth. All right. Oh yeah, do you remember like her headshot from not headshot, mugshot from that arrest? Oh man. She was allegedly, I guess, because I can't remember if it's true. I should probably say allegedly. I think she was doing a lot of drugs, or she was not on her medicine, or something like that. Ken Hill. Let's take a look here. Does he have a Bowman? No, he does not. Can we find a good one? Flair Tradition. I like the way these cards look. And that's a good picture. It's almost like he's napping on the bench. Okay, there we go. Kenny Hill. I always used to think that he was drafted by the Tigers and that we traded him away, and that's not true. And I don't know why I ever thought that, but I still, even every time I see him, I think he was originally a Tiger. I just want to check and make sure I'm not crazy. No, he was an undrafted free agent out of high school or something. That doesn't quite seem right. Yeah, he never pitched for Detroit. One-time All-Star. Yeah, I don't know why. I always think that. I'm just confused. Omar Olivares. Now, I know that guy played for Detroit. Back when they were terrible. Olivares. What was his deal? He just never could stay healthy for a whole season? Pacific. He was on the... Oh, there's Angels. All right, so we'll go with the Angels over Seattle. As far as uniforms representing the player. Olivares. That is 4, 8, 9, 10. Yep, replace them. Edit. From Puerto Rico. All right. Oh. Yeah, these Pacific cards, I don't like them, but if we didn't have them, we probably wouldn't have a lot of cards for these players. I really don't know how they... This is online, 1998. I mean, there's no way the internet had internet cards and stuff. I don't know where they came from. 1998, Jason Dixon. Wow, coming off a good rookie year. 203 innings. Angels score. There it is. I remember this guy, but I can't tell you anything about him. He's Dick's son, apparently. 7, 8, 9, 10. Edit. From Canada. He's from Ontario, London. All right. I did not know that. So the Angels have made a lot of trades in our sim this season, which is why they have Tony Gwynn on the bench. They have Wade Boggs in AAA. They have Troy Gloss in AA. These are all like players who are valuable assets that are not getting a chance. Troy Percival, I think he ended his career as a Detroit Tiger in like the most worst way. He was just terrible. Injured and also completely ineffective. But that was when the Tigers were good, and we just kept cycling through random other teams' closers. Whoops. Perv. I typed in perv. That seems like I'm giving up some personal information there. 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Percival. Oh, Domino's Pizza wants to give me an offer. That sounds good to me. Percival. TR. All right. Brendan Donnelly, not wearing glasses. Remember, he'd wear goggles. And then I think he got cracked in the skull with a comebacker, right? It was his fate. All right. So he's a rookie in this sim. Only one card. So I guess we just type in, we just search his name. we'll see what comes up. Brendan Donnelly. I thought he pitched for a long time. Apparently not. 2002, those were his rookie cards. That's what the RC means. And really nothing. Ooh. Let's use that Upper Deck MVP. 50 cents. That tells you about his career. Donnelly. That is 8. Donnelly. It's getting hot in here. Let's see. It was 112 degrees yesterday here in Tucson and 117 in Phoenix. That's a good looking card. I think it's only 100 today, and then I think we dip under 100 starting tomorrow. Joel Peralta, a rookie and also his first year in any level of ball. So we could just type in his name and see what pops up. Peralta, 3, 4. Okay, 2005. Okay, artifacts. I never get too excited about those. That's a cool looking card. But I'm not sold on Origins. These old Judge cards, like the old cigarette cards or cigar cards, I never really liked those. That card is awesome. Reflections. The blue version is $5. Interesting. Purple is $4. Red is $4. Turquoise is $6. I think turquoise is going to be the winner. What else we got here? Topps? Sweet spot. Damn, there's a lot of his rookie cards. Okay, so there's no tops. So let's go back to that turquoise. We'll add the turquoise. Peralta. 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. We are going to be having our giveaway not too long. I mean, 2 more days I'm going to announce the prizes. But we probably won't start taking contestants yet. All of our giveaways are free. And you just have to be a subscriber. And then once the contest starts taking participants, you just let me know in the comments that you want to enter. And I'll add you to the list, as long as you're a subscriber. This will be the first time we're going to do this with this next giveaway. But for $5 donation, you can get yourself an duck, no more than 2 ducks. You get 1 duck for free. And if you want, you can have an extra duck for $5. And any money that anyone ever donates to the channel automatically goes right into getting prizes. It just helps offset some of the cost, and also will help me get better prizes. This round of prizes, this first round, even though we're taking money, is it's coming out of my bank account, which is fine. But I wanted to get good stuff for this first additional $5 donation possibility. So this is going to be some really good stuff in this giveaway. I think everyone will be pleased. And of course, every item will be worth at least $5, so that if you donate $5, you're going to get your money's worth. And yes, it will be possible for someone to win 2 prizes, potentially. And if we get a total of 15 ducks, either single ducks or double ducks, then I will add a 5th prize, just to up the odds for you to win. So, it's all for fun. I don't want to take your money if you need it. Like, save your money for, replacing your holy underwear. Like, That's important. But also, you know, if you got an extra $5, it might be worth getting an extra duck. You can win 2 prizes. So that'll be coming up pretty soon. 2 days. I'll let you know what the prizes are. Rich DeLucia, 33 years old at the end of his career, I think. Is he a lefty? No, he's a righty. So he's probably got to be about done. That is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. There he is. There's his rookie card. That's a Stadium Club. Come on. All right. DeLucia. RIC. All right. We got to be getting close to the end of the bullpen. Trevor Wilson. How is this guy not a starter? He was a legit starting pitcher for the Giants. He's 32. Oh, he hadn't played. Look at his stats. So he must have had Tommy John because he was pitching well. Can't get through a full season. Came back and maybe snapped the elbow again. That sucks if that's the case. So I suppose the fact that he might even just be in the major leagues in the sim is something. 1997. Let's see. No. 96. Does he have a card? No. Did I spell it right? Okay, yeah. Making sure I didn't. It's not 2 L's or something. Trevor Wilson, 95. Yeah, 8 cards. Topps Finest. Oh, those look great. These cards would come with a coating, like an adhesive that you could peel off. And like collectors want them with the peel on, right? They're not, you know, protects the shiny image. We're going to use this card just because it looks cool. Worth $5 for the refractor. For a 95 card, Topps 95 card. It's pretty good. Not even a rookie card. There's Trev Wilson. Yep, we'll replace that. Torrance, California. Wilson, Trev. And it's not as bright as I'd like, but it's all right. And now we're into AAA. Cool. All right. So we've covered all of the players on the Major League roster. There's a lot more to go here. Let's see where we are at in the time frame. We got 7 more minutes. So why don't we do a couple more pitchers? You know, we'll get to 45 minutes and that'll be enough. So we're going to go to Rich Robertson. Where's my cursor? There it is. And let's see if he played. 98, Rich Robertson. These are the kind of players that are like lost to time. He went 7-17, made 31 starts in 1996. And I don't actually remember this guy. Yeah, he was on the Twins. Oh, there's the Angels. So this Pacific Online must have been like an update. Upper Deck on the Twins. So yeah, we'll get the right one. Nice. There's so many damn Robertsons. Robertson is 9 characters and then an R. So we know we're going to just have to add both files. And how many R's Robertsons are there? Just one. A guy from 71. All right. So we're going to add the number 2. when I finally get done adding the rest of the cards for the American League teams that we haven't done, I'm immediately going to start doing that for the 1972 season, which I think is going to be a lot of fun to add those cards. And I'll put those videos up. I don't know, because I got nothing better to do. Robertson, R2, D2. There we go. But those cards are just absolutely crazy. Hey, there's a knuckleballer, Steve Sparks, represented in his Tigers uniform. He was an opening day pitcher for us. That is how pathetic we were. Did not pitch in the majors in '97. In '98, he was on the Angels. Does he have a card? No. All right, '97. Let's see. One option, collector's choice. That might actually be a card. Yeah, there we go. On the Brew Crew. Age 30. I wonder how old he was when he started throwing that knuckler. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm glad the game has that knuckleball on there. That is his best pitch. All right, Loopote. Wow, he played forever in the minors. Does he have a specific 98 card, or do we have to go back in time? 2. Nothing. Okay. Like some of those minor league cards, like the ones we just saw there, they don't have a value. Like they don't show any price for that. Sorry, my phone's going off. That's rude. Like they don't have any value for them. And so, like if you could find, and it's because of the scarcity of it, right? Cards, made it into collectors' hands, so that if you did manage to find a Loopote, I don't know, 1995, well, he's actually got upper deck minors, so that's 15 cents. Oh, this is good, and we got him too. That's going to work. But anyway, my point is that minor league cards, for players who didn't have a lot of cards, in sets that are tough to find, I mean, you get it graded if it looks good, and that card might actually have some real value. But that's got to be like a weird side hobbyist kind of thing, right? No one's out there looking for Loopotes to grade. But maybe you could. That might be a way to make some surprisingly good money. Here's a Shigetoshi Hasegawa. And he had 116 innings pitched in '97. He's not even on the roster. Shigetoshi Hasegawa. All right, let's see what we got here. 32 cards. Here's a Bowman no number. 91 BBM. What does that mean? This must have been a giveaway card. Wow, they have it, and they don't have a picture of it. I want to know what that is. $10. Okay, hang on. This is how we're going to end this. Come on, you son of a bitch. Let's search for this card and see if we can find one. I might want to buy one. Here we go. Let's see if we can find one of these somewhere on the internets. While that's thinking about it, we'll just add this tradition so we can wrap it up. So, Hasagawa, that is 8 characters, SH. And then we'll edit it. Kobe, Japan. He's got the beef. Hasagawa, SH. Boom. Cool. It's got a big old bucket of balls. All right, let's, did we find anything here? Trading card database. Okay, let's see. Images. Well, let's just go, let's get large. Why are we struggling? I want this card, the no number, Bowman. In the 91 style. Do you see that here? What is this? Is this it? No. Wait, is this it? 98 Bowman. I don't know what that is. Somebody's got to have this card somewhere. Let's click on this. I don't know what this is. Sorry, we're basically done if you don't want to stick around for this. Yeah, Well, now I'm a little bit ticked off. What does did BBM stand for? Bowman? I don't know. Let's see. I've got eBay right here. Now I want this card. Now I just want it because I put the effort into it. I want to see what it's all about. Oh, maybe it didn't search well either because it's not, the whole name's not spelled. Come on. I live in the desert, so the internet's not super fast. I have high-speed internet. It's just not cooperating. Come on. All right. Let's see. Search. No, that's Satoshi Hasagawa. Wrestling. Okay, so let's, what is happening in that photograph? Okay, let's type in, Shigetoshi. Shigetoshi. And let's remove the no number. That might be confusing. $1991. No. We want the 98. So that's his rookie card in Japan. That's pretty cool. Well, now I just really want it, and I guess there's not much I can do about it. Oh no, this is it, right? This is the 91 BBM and the 98 Bowman. So it's, which one is it? Damn it. Is it this one? No number? No, number 348. PSA 8, number 348. That's not it. I don't think that's it. But that's a pretty cool card, though. Let's look at the back of this card, and then we're done. Sorry, I probably should have just done this on my own time. What's the back look like? Is it a no number? That's a Gem Mint 10 too. Come on. No, it is 348. Okay. Did you know? I don't know. I definitely don't know that. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for humoring me there. I'm going to do more research on that, see if I can't find one. I want one. That will do it for this Video, we do still have to do the Rangers. We will do that after I wrap up the Angels' rest of the roster. Until tomorrow, everyone, have a great day.